And let me mute all participants. I need to get better at managing everybody. So feel free to unmute yourselves if you need to speak, but I would ask that you raise your hand if you're going to, if you have a question that can't wait until Q&A time. There will be a good solid 10 minutes of Q&A at the end. So let's get rolling. My name is Doug Farrar. I'm an IMD with the Juice Plus company for 25 years. My wife and I, Sharon Farrar is my wife. She's a PMD. She's awesome. Oh, she's on here too. Good job. She is an excellent ChatGPT user, and she keeps me on my toes because she learns so quick. I got to keep pushing the envelope over here. But I've been learning. 2025, I made a decision that I'm excited about what's going on in the world as far as this revolution with artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, all these things. And I'm really fascinated about how they can help us in our business. AI it may or may not be something that's going to, you know, replace people in jobs and stuff. But I'll tell you this, we don't really know that for sure, because in all other major updates that seem to eliminate the need for certain jobs and whatnot in history, there was always still this element of, well, it eliminated jobs, but now it's created some new jobs. So my philosophy is that I'm going to stay on the front edge of the curve of how this impacts us in our industry. And one thing I know for sure, a lot of people say this, is that AI isn't going to replace people, but people that know AI, know how to use it to their advantage, is going to replace people that don't know how to use AI. So congratulations for being on here. I would encourage you guys to, especially if you're a team leader, well, either way, if you're newer to this whole thing, it's going to help you. If you're a team leader, you might have to lead some people along, because right now it's kind of like, well, I might use AI, I might not use AI. But as we go further and further down this road, it's going to get more and more essential to how we do things, because you're not going to be able to keep up with the other people, or you're going to see other people having success, or maybe it's not just more productivity. Maybe it's just working smarter and able to not put in like 4 hours creating a document. Maybe you're going to create that document in 30 minutes now with the help of AI. So that's basically my passion about this. And I am starting off with basics for you guys. I am going to give you, like, I'm going to drop a bomb on you guys at the end that is going to blow your mind. Absolutely blow your mind is all I can say. And it's a new thing, and it's part of a bigger thing that I'm developing. But I'm going to give you guys access to this little secret weapon I have that is kind of in beta mode, I would call it. It's brand new. It's only a couple days old. And to be honest with you, I'm going to offer you guys the opportunity to use it. It fits right into your ChatGPT. And as long as you give me some feedback, because I'm going to make it better and better and better. And I can't even imagine what it's going to be like after I refine it a little bit more. So that's just a little teaser of what's coming up at the end of this. But for now, let's just start off by starting a little icebreaker while I yap a little bit more. For an icebreaker, I just want you to open up your ChatGPT, do something real simple. I just want you to ask it something like, and this is in your notes, so you can follow along. I'm literally going to follow my notes. Ask it to give you a fun nickname. Say ChatGPT, and then well, let me make sure everybody. I mean, I know we got some brand new beginners on here, so that's okay. I love beginners. You're learning. It's super exciting. So this is ChatGPT. This is the paid version. It's not that much different than the free version. I think I might get a better model. I have access to some more models. I can do O3 Mini, but I'm still using ChatGPT 4.0, which is probably what you're using. Or you might be on ChatGPT 4. And you know what? You might be on Claude or one of the other things that are available. Grok is a great one. There's different AIs out there. I don't recommend DeepSeek right now because it's that one owned by the Chinese government. It's definitely collecting data about users, and because it's so much cheaper for a subscription and it is very powerful, um, it's slow. Like it doesn't work sometimes. It'll just be like, oh, I'm busy right now. Too many people, busy, busy. So I don't use that. But I'm going to be focusing on ChatGPT today. And as you continue, I actually have 4 workshops in this series, and I'll let you guys know as they go. But near the end, I'm going to demo out something else that I use, what I really use. I just use ChatGPT because you guys mostly use ChatGPT. So I want to be familiar with what most people use, but there are other things out there. And I'm developing like imagine you're like sitting in a big office in your Juice Plus business, and you have different helpers that come in. That's really how we use AI. You're the boss, and they're like a bunch of assistants, or maybe one assistant for you right now. But I'm going to teach you through these series how to do some other assistants. All right, so in ChatGPT, we have the main area, and this is the desktop version. It's pretty similar on the app on the phone. On the left side here, we have these are different, what they call GPTs that I have stored in my sidebar. These are ones that I use quite often. Here's your secret weapon I'm going to show you later, the JPAI startup. It's awesome. But then you also have a whole list of all these different conversations you had going down here. So you can pull up your old conversations, like maybe you're talking about how to make dinner, or what do I want for dinner? Then you move on to helping you with some social media. And then you move on to like, how do I get my dog to stop chewing on his paws? Okay. Which are all valid conversations. But then later on, you're like, oh, what did it say about the dog? You just scroll down on the left and you find that conversation. There's also a search over here where you can search for all these different things that you might be talking about. Okay. If you want to hide that, you can right over here. And if you want to create a new conversation, you can right here. Oops, new chat. All right. So then I'm just going to use my regular ChatGPT. I'm going to hide my sidebar so you guys get a little more real estate. And I might zoom in a little bit if that helps you guys. But remember, I asked you to say something like this. I'm going to just copy and paste it right from my, right from my other document, and say, give me a fun, unique nickname based on my name. Okay. Now you can, you might have some different things here. This is, like I said, the paid version. So I have something called deep research. Okay. I wouldn't use that too often unless you know what you're doing, because you only get 10 of them a month. Okay. And it's very detailed. And then if it's going to go onto the internet, you have to click this button. Otherwise, it doesn't search the internet for you. So you have to just decide, do I want it to look at the internet or just use its logic? So let me just hit enter and see what nickname it comes up for me. It comes up with Dynamite Doug or Dougbot. That's pretty interesting. But one thing, what we're really talking about today is how to prompt, how to do good prompts. Okay, so I realize now that I probably want to share my screen so you guys can see. Some of you may not be looking at this. So let me share my screen and get everything into one screen over here so you can see my notes. There we go. This is going to make more sense. All right. So what we're really talking about today is prompting. Making sure you guys are seeing the right thing. I'm surprisingly not good at Zoom for some reason. I don't know why. I run a power hour every single morning of the week. And for some reason, this all still escapes me sometimes. All right, so let me just zoom in on this so we can see one thing at a time. So what we're really doing today is prompting. We're working on our prompts becoming better. A prompt is what you'll hear that word in the AI world. A prompt is just what you type in to talk to your GPT. Okay. It's your way of interacting and asking it a question. Like our first prompt was give me a fun, unique nickname based on my name. But that gives us okay responses. But if we do the similar thing, like create a social media post, who knows what it's going to do? You know, you need to give it some more information. So the secrets of a good prompt is it's like setting a GPS for the AI. It gives better direction. The better the directions are, the better the response is going to be, like with any employee. So think of your ChatGPT as your assistant. Okay, your assistant isn't trained for you. Actually, we in workshop number 2, I'm going to teach you how to train your assistant. So it'll be more like you, it'll write more like you, and all that stuff. If you want that. So we have a framework to get a better prompt going. First thing is context. You set the stage by giving background information. Okay. Then we give an action of what we want it to do. Then we're going to describe the ideal outcome or focus. And then we're going to provide maybe an example or style or something like that. Then I have a little thing I like to add. If anything is unclear or you need additional details, ask me for clarification. So let me read you my prompt. And did you guys share? Let me see some of your nicknames that came up in the chat. Go ahead and give me some of your basic. We got Turbo Brain, Molly. Oh my gosh. What does it know about you? Marketing Maverick, Daphne. These are people that are they already use ChatGPT. What's interesting is if you just signed up today for your account on ChatGPT, it's probably going to do a totally random thing if it's your first thing you ever did, like the Taminator. That might be brand new. But somebody like Jess Well or Turbo Brain, I don't know, or the Marketing Maverick, those are probably people that have already used ChatGPT and it's learning about you as it goes. It remembers things. In fact, you can say things like, tell me what you know about me. It knows quite a bit. I'm working on an AI workshop series. The first of, so it knows what's going on. So that's pretty cool. But that maybe is even more why we want to give it a background, because as it learns about you, it may not give you what you want. So let's give it some context. I'm going to get a nickname. I'm going to say, you are a creative writer. I want you to, I should have done this on voice. I'm a terrible typist. You guys should be doing this too, by the way, as I do it. I want you to create a list, a nickname. A nickname for me. Okay, so now we have to give it more clarity. Like, what is the nickname supposed to be like? It should be funny and based on my interests. Now, if you're brand new, it's not going to know your interests. So you're going to have to say, I'm going to just go ahead and say it anyway. My biggest passion is music, especially playing the drums. And I spelt it wrong, but that's okay too. I'm just going to go there, so now I gave it a little bit of information. It's not that hard of a task, so I don't have to give a long prompt. Keep in mind that sometimes your prompt can take you several minutes, but think about all the time you're saving on these tasks that it's going to do for you. Drum roll Doug, that's pretty cool. The Beat Boss, ooh, I like that. So that's pretty cool. Now there's something, oh, you know what? I forgot to do this. If there's anything you don't understand, let me pop it in now, see what happens. Yeah. All right. It's basically said this is pretty good, but if you want me to refine it, give me more options. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say that was pretty good, but why would I just let it create a nickname? I'm going to say create a list of 10 options that get increasingly um, wild. It used the word wild, so I'll say wild. You may add in the tech twist. You might notice if you were at my last workshop that this is a different framework than last week. So you get like a different way to think of it. I want it to be fresh for you guys this week. You're going to see a lot of different ways that people do things. But one of those last things that you should do is after it responds to you, remember, this is like your assistant. So you wouldn't have some kid that you hired and you're paying money come in and say, hey, listen, kid, I know you're a great writer. You graduated from Columbia with a literary degree and all this stuff. Make up a nickname for me. And they make up the first thing that comes to their head. No, that's not good enough. You have this unlimited employee that you don't even have to pay really, that'll work 24/7 for you. So I'm going to say, hey, give me 10 more nicknames, make them increasingly wild, and include some of the tech stuff. You know, like you need to evaluate it. When AI gives you a response, it's not usually going to be something you love. Okay. So right now you guys are refining your nicknames. Oh, I actually gave you guys another one, but I like some of the ones I got here. I want to keep you guys putting stuff in there. I'm going to say AI Van Halen. That's pretty cool. I like Beat Boss. Going back to my drumming roots, I'm going to put it in the chat too. Genergy. I love it, Jenny Judd. That's so good for you. When you got energy, you got the Genergy. Hey, I'm going to use this sample prompt in here. I'm going to start a brand new chat. All you have to do is go up here to the top and say new chat. That's good. And I'm going to copy and paste the example prompt I gave you guys. See what it comes up with. You're a fun and creative name expert. Create a playful, unique nickname based on my first name and my biggest passion. How about Drum and Doug, the Groove Explorer? That's pretty cool. Let's do something fun before you, and you guys should be refining. Have a conversation with it. If you don't like what it said, if you, for instance, Jenny Judd might have got, or Nancy, let's go with her, Wellness Warrior. Cool. Now, Nancy, what if you say, create 5 more variations of Wellness Warrior? That's a good idea. What if you do this, guys? I dare you to do this while you kill a second of time. Ask it to create a backstory for your name. What's that thing from China called? DeepSeek. Okay, I'm going with the Chinese one right now. All right, this is what DeepSeek looks like. I think I have an account. Oh yeah, you want to know if I'm human because you want to take my information. Okay. All right, so now I'm opening up to something else, and I'm going to put the same prompt in. You're a fun and creative name expert. Create a playful, unique nickname for me based on my first name and my biggest passion. Sometimes it gets the same response because they're trained, well, especially this one. They say they stole the info from ChatGPT. Look at that. This one won't do it. It's asking for, it's asking what I'm into because it didn't remember me. Okay. I love music. I love when it asks you for clarification, even when you don't do it. Melody Namo, Melody Dynamo, Melodamo. Interesting. Yeah, I'd say that was a fail. Patricia says, as I gave chat more refined thoughts about me, like I didn't like those. It went from Patty McGiggles or Tricky Trish, and then gave me Patty Pro and Classic Pat. Interesting. Yeah. So I mean, that's just some of the basics. I mean, you guys, I'm giving you guys the concept, and now let's move on into. If anybody has a question or anything, feel free to raise your hand. But this is basic stuff. For some of you, I'm just getting you to use it, which is a step, right? Because some of you have been avoiding this. But now let's try something more applied to our business. Now let's put that C.A.R.E framework to use by generating some social media content that's engaging and relevant for Juice Plus. So here's a simple prompt. Like we're going to give something really simple that isn't a great prompt. So this is kind of a poor example. This one is write a Facebook post about the benefits of Juice Plus. Somebody's calling me. If that's one of you guys, sorry. I'm not taking your call. All right. So write a Facebook post about the benefits of Juice Plus. And you probably got something kind of similar, right? Anybody have something significantly different? Go ahead and put it in the chat. We would like to see some of these. They're going to get kind of big on the chat. Now, I don't know about you, but I would never in a million years, maybe not a million years, but this just sounds like an advertisement to me. And you guys see people making posts like this. People are going to know right away. Well, two things are going to happen. Number one, what if I posted this on social? What are you going to think? You're probably going to think, he used AI. Or if you don't know a lot about AI, you're just going to think, it just sounds stiff. It's just not the way I write, It's okay. And you know what? If you have never used AI, you're probably amazed that just came out so quickly. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But let's not settle. Okay. That's what this series is going to be really about. It's like, we don't need to settle. We already learned that we can use the C.A.R.E framework to make this better. So let's make it better. First part, remember, we give context. You want this thing to know what it is, what it's doing. I'm going to say you are a social media expert helping a network marketer. Let's even do better. Let's say a Juice Plus partner create engaging posts. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it at network marketer because we say it's about Juice Plus in the next sentence. Then we're going to say write a Facebook post about the benefits of Juice Plus. That's our second thing. It might even be better to keep it in another line, like just keep it in little chunks of text. Next, we talk about the results or what do we want it to really give us, or give some more description of what it should be. And so we're going to say, highlight how Juice Plus helps busy moms get better nutrition effortlessly. All right. Now, we're not just talking about the product, because people don't buy a product because they'd have to already know that they need a healthy immune system. I mean, people really do need that, but there's a lot more moms that need a healthy solution that's effortless. So this is going to speak to them more. Then we give a reference for the style or format. So we're going to say how we want it to sound. So maybe it won't sound like a robot. Make it sound fun and engaging. Similar to how a wellness influencer might write. Oh, that's a good one. All right, so let's see the difference here. I'm going to hit enter. What's interesting, Are you looking to bridge the gap? Yeah, it's interesting how if we do the same posts or prompts, we get different results. Sharon was noticing earlier today, because the thing I'm going to show you later is for new partners to start up. Like instead of them wandering around on boards, wondering what to do next, what if they had a little chat GPT that literally guides them? That's what I'm going to share with you. And she noticed that it was different each time she started it, yet it was still covering the same material. So it's pretty cool the way that works. Hey, busy mamas is my post. Let's be real. Between school drop-offs, work, endless snacks, and all the things, who's got time to eat perfectly every day? If you do, spill your secrets. That's why I love Juice Plus. It's like a mom hack for better nutrition, blah, blah, blah. It still gives all the good stuff. Taking care of you doesn't have to be complicated. Juice Plus makes it simple so you can focus on what really matters, your family. Tag a fellow mama who needs this in her life. Pretty cool. So Daphne, are you giving us things that it said, or are you giving us suggestions? Because I can take Daphne's, and so this is a cool thing. I can now remember, you don't want to just settle. If you're going to have the robot make you a post, why don't you get picky? Oh, she's asking chat. Well, I'm going to try to I'm going to infuse Daphne's thing in here. I'm going to say include but let me give it more and make it 200 words and less formal, like you are talking to a trusted friend. Where is it? The Rockstar immune system. There we go. Supports a Rockstar immune system because nobody has time to be down for the count. That's a cool line. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Now you might say, "Oh, this is pretty good," but I'm still like, this feels long. Make this really short. Now that's not very descriptive. I'm just doing this really quick for you guys. This feels a little salesy. Make it more like I'm sharing something excitedly. Pretty cool. I could also do something like this. What if you said, okay, make 5 variations of this. Some for different platforms. It's going to know I mean like TikTok. Yeah, it's going to tell me on Facebook, you're friendly and relatable. Instagram, casual and fun. So it definitely gets better, right? So let's try this. And let me start a new chat. I would love to get a few questions if we got any going here. Anybody confused? I'm going too slow. Here's the updated prompt. No. Okay, here's some okay, Susan. Go ahead, Susan.
So, Doug, really quick, do you recommend getting the paid version? Because, like, I just had something come up because I did it last weekend with you and this weekend, and something just came up that said, like, you only have so many questions left or something like that.
Yeah, well, it's going to limit you. It's going to throttle you back a little bit.
Right.
Maybe like, I mean, if you're using it a lot, I mean, I don't know, just Sharon swears by the free version, but she knows that I subscribe to a bunch of different things. So she's probably just trying to save money or something. But I think I'm getting better results here. Plus, I can do a lot of customization. Um, I
Well, that's
also
what
get
I'm wondering because last week I did it, but when I pulled up, just to give me a nickname today, it like didn't remember me. And then I asked it, whatever that prompt was that you said, what do you know about me? But then it came up with the stuff that I did last week. But I was thinking if I had a paid account, it might be different. I don't know.
yeah. Well, an, a paid account. I think it will remember things about you on the free account. But
Okay.
if I write something like I play the drums, remember this. If I tell it to remember this, watch when I hit enter, it's going to show a little thing updating memory. Memory updated.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it. Drumming's an awesome skill. Do you play in a band or just, you
Okay.
know, another thing, something I really like in this paid version is up here, tasks. I have mine, it remembers tasks like every night. It in the morning, it sends me an email with the latest in AI news. It sends me another email with a summary of the price of Bitcoin as well as the top 5 news articles about what's going on. I mean, you can do little things like that, but I wouldn't worry
Okay.
about it just yet until you
Okay.
find that you can't do something that you want to do, and
Okay.
then maybe upgrade them. Okay, so
Got it.
we've gotten a better prompt going. Um, let's see. I didn't get an option for a free version. It's 20 a month. Well, Molly, if you just cancel your account or go change your plan. See right here, I can go to upgrade plan. I can either be plus or pro for $200 a month. I don't want to do pro. Um, yeah, I wonder how I would do that. I would cancel. I don't know how you cancel it. I'm not going to get on a rabbit trail right now. But if you don't have a subscription, you can still log in, which you should do because then it'll remember you. But you're on the free version, and they're always going to give you something a little bit less. Like you might be on GPT 4.0, but you only get so many interactions. But I can do scheduled tasks. I can do O3 mini and a few other things like that. I can, so anyway, let's keep going. Here's some tips. Remember, here's some tips to get even better prompts as you go. Instead of write a post about, oh, I'm sorry. You want to break your prompts into short, clear requests. Okay. You don't want to do like the longest prompt in the world. Split it up. Instead of write a post about plant nutrients and include benefits for immunity and details about organic sourcing. That's like plant nutrients, immunity, and organic sources. Try a post about try this. Create a post about plant nutrients, highlight benefits for immune health, include information about organic sourcing. An even better way. This is kind of a new thing that they've come out with now. It's called prompt chaining. That's even better. First, you would say, tell me about plant nutrients and plant nutrients in the and their effect on the human body. Then do it and leave it in the chat. Then do another question. Tell me about how these plants affect the immune system. Let it answer. Then ask again. Tell me about organic sourcing and the value of that as far as nutritional benefits. Let it answer. Then you would say, write a post using all of this information and then give it your normal prompt. If it does little chunks, it's going to give better information. Okay. All right. Another thing you can do is rephrase. If you don't like the answer you're getting, if you don't like your nickname or your posts, sometimes it struggles. So instead of generate a full marketing plan, try list 3 ways Juice Plus can be. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to do it right now and show you. Generate a full marketing plan. This is like a generic marketing plan. This doesn't help me at all. Just terrible. Let's try this instead. List 3 ways. Oh, well, that isn't, no. Not a terrible example. I'm going to say instead I would, by the way, it created it into this little thing that's like a pop out. Don't worry about that. You can have it answer in the chat instead. It's just trying to get you to not scroll. See, notice how it's saying your business, industry, describe your industry. So that didn't work so well. But if instead I do a new chat and I say, create a full marketing plan for a Juice Plus partner who is active in the pickleball community. And eats a vegetarian diet. Include action steps by both weeks and months. So now it's basically the same thing, but now look how different this is going to be. It's going to give me ideas for my business. I'm going to leverage the pickleball community to build relationships and promote Juice Plus as a performance boosting plant-based nutrition solution using personal branding, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, this will give you a lot of ideas, right? And I shouldn't have made it so long because now I have to kind of wait for it to finish. But another thing, remember, we come back and we ask it more questions. That's called iteration, fine tuning. Okay. So that's one of the other things we do to make it better. So what I can do is expand this. Let's say month 1, define brand, social media. Let's see, content. Here we go. Develop 30 days of engaging content around nutrition, pickleball performance, and personal journey. Well, it didn't do it for me. So let me just copy and say, develop 30 days of, I'll just tell it to do it. So at least let's see what it does. It gives you when to post, a mixture of reels, carousels, and stories. Okay, good. I was hoping it was going to do this. I do this quite often. Like instead of having it actually make posts, I like to have it give me post ideas. And then I create the post, I write it, but then I put it back in the ChatGPT and let it make it more interesting, let it put in some emojis, you know what I mean? So I keep hearing little bubbles. I don't know if somebody's like, oh, Molly has a question. Molly, go ahead.
I cannot figure out how to copy paste. I mean, I
From
know,
where? And from ChatGPT?
yeah,
Are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, on your phone, I think if you hold down on its response, a pop-up will come up and you can say select text on the phone. On the computer, you just do it like normal. D. Lucas.
Gosh, okay.
Oh no, poor D. Lucas didn't make it in. Oh, let me just tell her to hop in because she wants this thing I'm going to give away in a second. Did that work for you?
Yeah, I copied the whole thing instead of just maybe a segment.
No, but there was another option. You could either copy the whole thing or it might say select text. And then you click select
Okay.
text.
All right, I'll play with it.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. Anybody else on the phone seeing this? Let's see. I hold it down. Okay, when I hold it down, the first option is copy. The second one is select text. Once you select text, now if you hold it down, it'll select the text like you're used to.
Okay.
All right.
I'll work on it. Thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome. All right. So I'm going to give you two special.
Question.
Go ahead right now. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, it looks like Molly has her hand up too.
No, she's all done.
Okay. So I'm a little confused. I'm looking at your presentation on my PC. I do have my phone um, with ChatGPT already up and running. Um, but I would like to copy what your week 1 through 4 looks like, just so I have it as a reference. Is there a way for me to do that from my PC?
You like week 1? You want this.
Yes.
So what I can do, okay, here's something. Yeah, well, see, this is why questions are great. So let's say I'm working on this and my team, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my team has to have this. Couple of options I could do to share it with you. I could go down here to this whole post and just copy it and then email it to you. Or up here in the upper right, it says share. So now I've created a link to my chat. And I'm going to put it in the chat over here on the right. Did anybody I'm going to also put over there, guys, the links in case anybody came on late. These are the links to the session notes you see on the screen and the Digico Facebook group. All right. So now you can click on that first link I put into the chat, and it's going to pull up my actual conversation right here. And I think you might be able to continue just chatting on my conversation, but I won't see it. It becomes yours. Did anybody try that? Can we confirm that? I'll do it again so it's the last one. Oh, I don't want to update it. Oh, no, this might have changed it. All right, I'm putting it back in. Am I going too fast? We're good? And did somebody click the link I just put, Daphne? You seem to know what's going on pretty good around here. Did anybody click on that link and see my chat come up with all these green bullet points onto their device?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Susan. Susan's my protege. Okay,
Oh,
good.
I'm something, that's for sure.
Excellent. All right, so we're going to level up now. We're going to try something new. And yes, that is difficult if you're on one device, but you want to do this on the other. I don't know how you're going to do this right now, but this is something you can put into your chat, because right now, like, what if we just trained your chat to act in a certain way? This is like a really good prompt I'm going to give you right here. And this is in the this kind of green box on the document I posted in there. I'm going to put it in here into a brand new chat. And the prompt is act as an expert network marketer specializing in content strategy and social media. Provide 3 post ideas for each of the following categories tailored for Juice Plus partners to use on Facebook and Instagram. The goal is to increase audience engagement and follower interaction. Then it goes through, value content 40% of the time, connection content. This is right out of Bob Heilig's training. This is what he recommends. But I added one other thing, influencer style posts. I find that comes out pretty cool because that's like some famous person or something. Then I give the AI guidelines. The tone should be conversational, using emojis, humor, open-ended questions. If you don't post like that, you just change that part, make it your own. The next, business-related content should only be 10 to 15% of total posts. 20% of the content should be tailored for Instagram stories and reels. Include a suggestion for an image or video with each post. Each post should include at least one emoji. After creating the post, ask the user if they would like to develop any ideas further or adjust the tone and style. If the user requests to develop a post, ask them questions to get all the information you need to create a complete post for them. Now, how long would it take you to do this task? It would take me at least a couple hours probably, because by the way, we're going to do 3 in each category. It's going to be a lot of posts. All right. So I'm going to hit go. See what it comes up with. And this was following the guidelines. Yes, Caitlin. Caitlin, do you schedule posts? You used to be able to schedule things on your own timeline. You can't anymore. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You can only schedule in groups, or you can schedule onto your business page. But do things like Hootsuite. I used to use Hootsuite when I was marketing for the college program I ran. You can still schedule on your regular page, maybe a business page, not on your wall feed though, right? All right, so value content. Here's 3 ideas. And these are pretty darn good. All right, so all I did to get these ideas, and keep in mind, every time you do this, they're going to be different. And if you want them to be even more different, you could say something like, this is Go Green, like in our customer group, we have Go Green month. And so we're going to be focusing on greens. So I would include that into the post. This month in our group, we're focusing on going green. Focus a lot more on green veggies and the value of them. So this thing is still going and going and going. So do you guys capture all that? You understand the value? This is something that you should save. Okay, I know I gave you this document, but I can't guarantee you this document's website's going to be here forever. You should have a folder or something where you save, maybe a spreadsheet where you save AI prompts. Okay, unless you keep going with me, and then I'm going to teach you how to like build it in more, but you still want to save these prompts. All right, so this green one is a good prompt, and you should save it because you could run this. Now, there's ways to use this, not only for yourself, but for your team. You can create this. This is basically what I run on my scheduled tasks, and it shows up in my email every morning. And every once in a while, I'll post it into the digital collective group, which is one of the links I sent you guys, which I recommend you be in there. Because this is where I don't want to bombard my team with constant AI and nerdy project broadcast type stuff. If D. Lucas made it on, welcome. D, I'm about to give you something really good. And if not, I'll just text it to you if you're not here. All right, so a couple of things. First of all, I want you guys to, and if you have questions, we're going to do a Q&A session after this. If you want to stick around and ask all kinds of random questions, that's fine with me. If you want to just play around with your ChatGPT, this is one of those things. Like if you learn this and then you're like, oh, I'll do this later. And then you move on and you're like, oh, I need to go make lunch, or I need to blah, 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 or I was going to go to the grocery store right now. It's like, what if you just play with it right now? You're going to learn more. Okay. Plus I'm here, to help you. I'm like your spotter. All right. So, but with that said, let me go to my notes here and a couple of things. First of all, I want you guys to join this group. So this is the group where it says in the chat, Digico Facebook group. All right. This is a group where I just update you on things. Like, did you know Facebook's going to take down all live videos? That may not affect you. It affects me. I've been streaming stuff into our team group for years. Some of it I want to keep. So we have to go and download all of our videos by March 19th. Okay. So we put all kinds of things in here, tips and tricks. I'm going to start doing some project broadcast training as well, if you're into that. Next thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to give you a quick demo of this. All right, this is called the Startup GPT. Okay, now I'm going to share this. How do I share it? I don't know. Copy link. Okay, I'm going to put this in here. Even if you don't have you have to have the paid version to make special things like this. I worked on this a lot, and it's trained to know about the Juice Plus startup system. So, by the way, make sure that loads up. It might load up in a weird way and might kind of still be in your Messenger or in the Zoom app or whatever. But once it opens up into your ChatGPT, if you go back to the ChatGPT app, you should see it in your sidebar over here. It's called JPAI Startup GPT. All right. Now I will proceed to blow your mind. Let me full screen this real quick. Now I'll give you a quick demo and show you what you can do with this. And I think you'll see the value in it rather quickly. Okay, so I'm going to pretend I'm a brand new partner. I'm going to say start. I click on start. So it just reminds some of the basics of how to sign up. Now, eventually, keep in mind, this is like total beta mode. I should have called it beta, actually. Shoot, I wish I would have. Now it's going to be hard to remember later, the new version. But anyway, I would love feedback. Feel free, especially in the digital collective group on Facebook, to put any things you notice. Like Sharon noticed some things already. Later on, I'll have the ability to customize this for individuals, where it would send them, what if you sent a link to this and they start using it and it says, you know, here's the link where you sign up, and it's Molly Dixon's partner link. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so it gives the basics of what to do, and the basic startup. Plus, I said connect with your sponsor that are here to guide you. All right, because some people, if they haven't done this yet, you probably would have already done this if you end up on this app. I'm imagining once this is fully developed, that instead of sending my new partner to an endless scroll hole of boards where you can't find anything very easily because there's no search function, here, I basically all the startup information's in here and you can just use it. So quick question, have you completed your Juice Plus onboarding setup? Oh, good. It learned. This is simpler. It's getting better as I use it. Yes, I have finished it. Next, actions. We're going to build our list and connect with the community. Okay, engage with your team and training resources, join team calls, Facebook groups, schedule a kickoff call. Okay. Well, I'm going to go to this, the memory jogger, because, you know, it's kind of hard to do this. Like some people are hesitant. They're hesitant of two things, their first event and this. So let's just say, remember, this is an assistant. It works for you. So when it says, have you written down your list of 20 names? You know how it is. If you're an upline and you start new people, a lot of times you'll be like, okay, well, go ahead and make a list of 10 or 20 names, or God forbid you say 300 names. You know, you check back with them in 2 days and they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Okay, well, this is right there with them, and they don't have to feel self-conscious about this. So I'm just going to say I need help making a list. I'm just going to be natural. By the way, you can chat on voice on ChatGPT, certainly on the paid version. Use the form method, family, occupation, recreation, motivation, to think of people, family and friends. Who in your family cares about health? Which friends are into fitness? Occupation, recreation, hobbies. This is really good. All right, so we start with writing names. Don't try not to judge who might say yes or no. Would you like, how about this? Would you like a template to track your, yes. Yes, template. Let's do that. I think it's going to create like a little spreadsheet. Oh, there's the template. Oh, that was nice. So we're right at 11:59. Anybody has a question about this? Anybody want to put something in the chat, like a question, like a new team member would ask? Let's try to stump this thing. I'm going to say something like, I am nervous to sell to people. How many times have we heard that? Oh, I think it's still making the template. Oh, I'm in the template. Okay, here we go. Whoops. I'm nervous. Okay, it's completely normal to feel nervous. Selling can feel intimidating, but think of it as sharing something valuable instead. Mindset shift ideas. I mean, I'm not getting any comments from you guys. I mean, is this just like you already knew all this stuff or what? I mean, I'm still amazed, and I do this all day long, every day, pretty much.
I'm
I can
blown
see,
away. I'll say
yeah.
something. I'm blown away.
Yeah, I am too. I'm totally amazed. Totally amazed.
So, and the first question, good. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's amazing to look at this. So, um, you're speaking as if, Doug, that this is a system, i.e., an AI system that we can put on our chat. Then in turn, when we get a new person, we
You would
put
share
all
this
this
to their
on
chat.
their
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. But I'm
Ah,
not saying you should do that. In fact, I do not recommend you go spreading this around to all your new people today or something. I think that's a bad idea because this has not even been fully tested. It could tell them something completely wrong. I've only been testing it for 2 days.
yeah.
So I would use it for myself to guide new people. Because think about it, when they say to you, I'm nervous to sell to people, just say, what about I'm nervous to sell to people? And then it answers like this. And then you have advice, some ideas for advice. Go ahead with the hand up.
Hi, Doug.
Hi.
I clicked on to get the JPAI on my phone, but I'm using ChatGPT on my desktop. So I have it on my phone, but it's not working. How do I get it onto my actual ChatGPT? I missed that part.
Okay, maybe we'll get to that in just a second. I'm gonna land the plane for everybody here.
Okay.
Try updating your browser, not updating your browser, but refreshing your browser, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
doing the refresh.
Yeah.
But we are going to yeah, it took a couple minutes. Caitlin, thank you. You're like my right hand over here. I love it. You are official. You're on the team. Okay. Our next one, if you guys want to, this will be all in the DigiCo group. I recommend you get in that group. I'm kind of communicating on multiple channels right now just because I'm trying to get the word out about some of this stuff. But my main focus for business technology stuff is going to be in that DigiCo group. So also, if you registered the proper way, then you're on my project broadcast and I will blast out some things about the future stuff. So this is next Saturday. Some of you guys might be thinking like, oh my gosh, next Saturday. Oh, I don't know if this is correct. Maybe it is. Shoot, I'm a little nervous about this. The red one is level 1. If you have some team you want to come on to this, I'm doing it again next Saturday. And this poster will be in the DigiCo Facebook group. And you can send this to your team and they can register for this exact same workshop we're doing right now. The next one is at 11 a.m. next Saturday. And I'm a little nervous that I thought I did something on next Tuesday night and I only did one on Saturday. So I'm a little nervous about this, but I think this is right. I think the beginner one might be different. Go to the DigiCo group for sure, but this is definitely right. This same time next Saturday is going to be more advanced. If you're ready for it, and it's going to teach you how to customize your ChatGPT. Okay. So with that said, we're going to wrap up for now. We're going to stay on with some Q&A. I'd love for you guys to keep trying out this thing that is going to maybe be a helpful thing for starting people up. This startup GPT. And again, this is just a small part of